Good morning, friends. It's Bob again with another reflection on forgiveness and forgiving. We've been talking about this liberating power in truth of God's forgiveness and our forgiving, and our ability and our willingness to participate in that actually largely dictates whether we actually get to live lives that are truly free and lightened up, and if we don't, that we are bound up by that. Well, I want to talk to you about this morning about this whole idea that, people, individuals need our forgiveness, but also, I'm going to say families and entities like churches and et cetera, larger groups of things that we feel like that we have been treated unjustly by. Here's what I'm talking about. So I meet this girl in California who's from Boston, and her name is Becky, and we get engaged. We move out there to honor the bride in the bride's hometown, and what ends up happening is I live in Boston for just a little bit of time, and it doesn't take very long to figure out that kind of everybody is mad all the time. Brash, mad. So I remember going to McDonald's the first time, waiting in line. I get to the front of the line, and basically the woman asks, "What do you want?" I was shocked. I'm like, I would actually like to be treated nicely and actually order food, but the whole Boston kind of the whole Boston vibe was this very brash, very angry, very in your face type of a thing. I just and over a period of time, I just got to be more and more and more resentful of this entire state, of this entire city, of people that I just thought, you people are all just really jerks. The entirety of the Boston area is, and it was just over and over and over again. The corroborating evidence was that, and here I am. I'm a pastor at a church, and I can't stand the people in this area that I actually live in. So, at one point in time, I felt like I've been preaching this message of forgiveness. I thought, you know what, I got to sit in my mind's eye this whole state of Massachusetts down in my mind's eye, like empty chair. And I just, I sat them down and I just let them have it. I let the whole state have it in my mind's eye, again, like David did in Psalm 52, that I let the whole state have it and just let out everything, and just like, you bunch of jerks and rah, 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 and I let all of that out. And then I forgave the state. And interestingly enough, I just grew. It took about a week and a half, and my heart just changed. I thought, these people that I just detested so much, my heart began to soften, and I actually began to love this brash honesty, that I realized that instead of just hating these things, I started seeing that there's just no veneer here in Boston. There's no, they don't fake it at anything. So it takes a long time to get to be friends with somebody, but once you're friends forever. Out here in California, you might be able to get to be friends in like 5 minutes, but you can also be unfriended in 5 minutes. But there, it's just this very different sort of honest and brash kind of culture. And I grew to really love it, but it was because I worked through forgiveness for them. I know that sounds strange, but I did it. It worked. I forgave a whole state, and God changed my heart in the midst of all of that. Now, who is it that needs forgiving for you? It might be a family, like a whole family. It might be a church that's really hurt you, not just several individuals, but a whole church. And you might need to forgive that whole church. You might need to forgive a whole county or a whole state. I mean, with the stuff that's going on with the pandemic, I wonder if some of us don't need to forgive the governor in the entire state of California, or the entire Democratic Party, or the entire Republican Party, or whoever that it is. Those people are that we harbor hatred for. We need to forgive. And as we do, our heart will change. We'll begin to see more like God sees things. And as we do, we can begin to be part of his redemptive and restoration program, instead of being the pushback for that. So forgive people, forgive organizations, forgive states, forgive cities. All of those things are freedom for you. That's our message for today. Forgive. I love you. I'm with you. Thanks for joining me today. God bless you.